I want you to notice something right now. You are understanding me. Every word I am saying, you understand it. You are following the ideas. You are seeing the pictures in your mind. Your brain is working perfectly. But now imagine this. Imagine I stop talking and I ask you a question. Imagine I say, "Tell me about your day today," in English, right now. What happens? For most of you, something strange happens. Your brain goes quiet. The words that were flowing so easily a moment ago suddenly disappear. You know the answer. You can see it in your mind. But your mouth cannot find the words. You freeze. You feel frustrated. And you think, my English is not good enough. I need more grammar. I need more vocabulary. I need to study more. But that is not the reason. It was never the reason. The real reason is something nobody has ever explained to you clearly. And once you understand it, everything changes. Let me do some simple math with you. Think about all the hours you have heard English. From the very first day you started learning, maybe months ago, maybe years ago, maybe a decade ago, until right now. Add it all up. The podcasts, the videos, the movies, the songs, the classes, the textbooks you read. How many hours? Maybe 300, maybe 500, maybe over 1,000 hours of English going into your brain. Now think about all the hours you have actually spoken English. Not listened, not read, not watched. Spoken. How many hours has English come out of your mouth? Read those numbers again. 1,000 hours in, 5 hours out. That is a ratio of 200 to 1. 200 hours of listening for every 1 hour of speaking. No wonder your mouth does not know what to do. It has almost never been asked to do anything. These are two completely different numbers, and they explain everything. Your input is very high. When someone speaks English, you understand. You follow fast speech. You read comfortably. You can watch a video like this one and understand every sentence. Your comprehension, your ability to understand, is excellent, but your output is very low. When you need to speak, to build a sentence, to produce English from inside your brain, almost nothing comes out. Not because you do not know English, but because you have never practiced pulling it out. Think of it like this. Imagine you put 1,000 books into a library. Beautiful books, important books. You organized them carefully on the shelves, but you never opened a single one. You never took a book off the shelf and used it. The books are there. The knowledge is there. But it has never been used. That is your English right now. It is stored. But it has never been used. And stored English does not become spoken English by itself. Not through more listening. Not through more studying. Not through more grammar. It becomes spoken English only when you start taking it off the shelf. So, why does this gap exist? Why do most English learners have high input and low output? The answer is simple. Input is easy. Output is hard. Listening to a podcast, you can do it alone, anytime, anywhere, without discomfort. Watching a video the same. Reading an article the same. You can put English into your brain while sitting on a bus, while cooking dinner, while lying in bed. No effort, no fear, no one watching you, no one judging you. But output speaking is completely different. Speaking takes effort. It takes courage. It usually requires another person. And it comes with the risk of making mistakes in front of someone. That risk, that fear, is why most learners avoid it. And here is the problem nobody told you about. Nobody told you that input and output are two separate skills. In your mind, you probably assumed that if you listened enough, if you studied enough, if you put enough English into your brain one day, it would automatically come out. One day you would just start speaking fluently. like magic. But it does not work that way. Input and output use different parts of your brain. Understanding English uses your recognition system. Your brain sees a word and says, "I know this." But speaking English uses your production system. Your brain must find the word, build the sentence, move the mouth, control the speed all at the same time, in real time, with someone waiting. These are two different systems, and you have been training only one of them for years. So, the fact is, your English is not broken. Your English is not weak. Your level was never the problem. The problem was your opportunities. You simply never had enough chances to use what you have been learning. You put the English in, but nobody showed you how to get it out. Until now. Here is the bridge. Every time you learn something new in English, you must do something with it. Not save it, not store it, not highlight it. Do something with it. There are 3 things you can do. 3 simple steps that take English from your brain to your mouth. I call them see, feel, say. Step 1. See it. When you learn a new word or expression, connect it to a picture, not a translation, a picture, a scene, a moment you can see in your mind. Let me show you. Imagine you learn the word nervous. You could memorize the definition, feeling worried about something. That is the textbook way. But your brain will forget it in 2 days. Instead, see it. See a man standing in front of a door. A job interview is behind that door. He is holding his papers. His hands are shaking. He takes a deep breath. He does not want to open the door. He is nervous. Now, the word nervous is not a definition. It is a picture. A man, a door, shaking hands. Your brain remembers pictures much faster than definitions. And when you need the word nervous in a conversation, the picture comes first. The picture pulls the word out. You do not translate. You do not search. You see the picture, and the English follows. Try another one. The word relieved. You could memorize feeling happy because something bad did not happen. Or you could see it. A woman checks her phone. She was waiting for test results from the doctor. The message says everything is normal. She closes her eyes. She breathes out slowly. She smiles. She is relieved. Now, relieved is alive. It has a face, a moment, a feeling. Your brain will keep it much longer than a definition on a vocabulary list. Step 2, feel it. This is where learning becomes personal. After you see the picture, find a moment from your own life that connects to the word. You learned nervous. Now remember a time when you were nervous. Maybe your first day at a new job. Maybe the first time you spoke English in front of other people. Maybe the night before an important exam. Remember how your hands felt. Remember how your stomach felt. Remember that moment. Now, the word nervous is not just a picture of a stranger. It is your picture, your memory, your feeling. And when you need to say, "I was so nervous," in a conversation, the memory is right there, ready, because it was always inside you. The English word just attached itself to something you already had. If you are enjoying this video, please press the like button. It helps this video reach more English learners around the world. And if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe now. We post new, slow English videos every week. Do the same with relieved. When were you relieved? Maybe the time you thought you lost your passport at the airport but then found it in your jacket pocket. Maybe the time your child was sick and the doctor said everything was fine. Maybe the time you checked your bank account and realized you had more money than you thought. That memory with all its emotion is now connected to the English word relieved. And emotions make English stick. Words with feelings do not disappear. Words without feelings do. Step 3, say it. This is the final step, and it is the one most learners skip. Find one person, anyone, and tell them what you learned. Not in a classroom, not in a test. just in a normal conversation. It can be your mother, your husband, your friend, your child, your colleague. They do not even need to speak English. You just need a listener. Someone who is waiting for you to speak. Say something like, "I learned a new word today, nervous." It means when you want to do something but your body says, "Stop. Remember my first day at my new job? I was so nervous that morning. My hands were shaking." That is it. No lesson, no presentation, no pressure. Just telling someone about your day and using the English you learned inside a real story from your real life. Why is this so powerful? Because someone is listening. You cannot pause and check your notes. You cannot delete and rewrite. You have to find the word, build the sentence, and say it in real time. That is output. That is the part you have been missing. And there is one more reason. When you explain something to another person, you have to use your own words, not the ones from the textbook, not the ones from the teacher, your words. And when you can explain a word in your own words, it belongs to you. It is no longer something you studied. It is something you own. Here is a test. If you can teach it, you know it. If you cannot teach it, you do not know it. Yet, you only recognize it. The difference between recognizing English and owning English is the difference between understanding and speaking. Teaching is the bridge between them. And you do not need a long conversation. 30 seconds is enough. One word, one story, one person listening. That is 30 seconds of output, and it is worth more than 3 hours of input. Because those 30 seconds force your brain to do the thing it has been avoiding, produce English, not just receive it. See it, feel it, say it. 3 steps for every new word, for every new expression, every time. Let me show you something right now, something you might not have noticed. This video is almost finished. You have been listening for about 20 minutes, and you understood everything. Every sentence, every idea, every example. The man at the door, the woman checking her phone, the passport in the jacket pocket. You saw all of it. You felt all of it. That is your input working, perfectly, beautifully. After years of listening and studying, your English comprehension is strong, stronger than you think. But here is the question. Can you now explain to someone what this video was about? In English? In your own words? Try it, right now. Pause this video and say out loud in English what you just learned. You do not need to remember everything. Just say one idea. I learned that understanding English and speaking English are 2 different skills. Or, I learned that my English is not broken. It is stored, but never used. Or, I learned 3 steps. See it, feel it, say it. 1 sentence, out loud. That is output. That is the bridge, and you just crossed it. Let me finish with the most important thing I can tell you. Your English was never broken. It was always there, stored carefully inside your brain, organized on the shelves, waiting quietly. You put it there through years of listening, reading, watching, and studying. You did the hard work. The books are on the shelves. The library is full. The only thing missing was this someone to tell you to take the books off the shelf. Someone to tell you that understanding is not the same as speaking. Someone to tell you that input without output is a library nobody visits. Now you know. The gap between understanding and speaking does not close by studying more. It closes by doing something with what you already know. See it connect every new word to a picture. Feel it, connect it to a memory from your own life. Say it, tell one person what you learned in your own words. Your English was never the problem. Your training was. You trained your ears for years. Now it is time to train your mouth. Not with more grammar, not with more vocabulary lists. With pictures, memories, and the courage to open your mouth and let the English out. It was always there. waiting, stored, but never used. Until today, if this video helped you see the real reason, subscribe to Calm English Story. Like this video so more learners can find it. Share it with someone who thinks their English is not good enough. This video will show them it is. And leave a comment. When was the last time you froze in an English conversation? What happened? Tell me in 1 or 2 sentences. That is your output practice for today. Your English is ready. It has been ready for a long time. Now, let it out.